Okay, bro, this is the video that I wish I had just a few years ago, because today I'm going to show you exactly how I sell vapes for a living. Wait. Oh, that's the wrong video. In this video, I'm going to give you the one rule that literally transformed my life from me being this fat iPad kid to literally becoming the top student out of hundreds in my school, losing over 15 pounds and just loving life again. And it's not going to be easy, bro, but if you follow the one rule that I'm going to give you in this video, then you're going to start seeing results in just a few weeks. And based on my experiences, if you use this one rule I'm going to give you, then you're going to be able to beat almost all the other teenagers in your life easily. Because here's your problem right now. You want to quit these addictions that you've had for so long. You have this drive to start improving yourself, but you have this one thing that's holding you back and keeping you in the same position over and over, and that is FOMO. You have this fear of missing out on the things that other teens your age are doing. Like, you're scared of missing out on things like the latest funny meme that's going around. You're scared of missing out on hanging out. You're scared of not playing video games together every single day. Because it's sort of wired into your mind as a human to be scared of being left out, because a few thousand years ago, if you were left alone from the tribe, then you'd probably die out there in the wild. But the problem that you're having is that these companies that own things like TikTok, YouTube, video games, junk food, they've conditioned you to make you feel that if you quit their addiction, if you quit watching YouTube every single day, you're gonna have a worse social life. You're gonna miss out on everything. You're gonna be lonely. And that fear is what I'm gonna try and destroy in this video today. But let's just paint an image together of what the average teen looks like. So he has poor posture. He has all these bad habits of video games, junk food, scrolling for hours every single day. He doesn't do any of the good habits because they're cringe, and he worked out for 4 days and he didn't see any results. He has horrible health. He has bad breath. Pretty much most teens nowadays are losers if you think about it. And so you don't actually want to be like them, because their lives are horrible. They have a downward trajectory in life. Every single day they're getting slightly worse. They're not improving anymore. They're okay with being mediocre. And so when you realize all of this, why the hell would you try and do the things that they do? Why would you try and fit in with them? And it sounds kind of weird, like I'm literally telling you to almost shit talk the people around you, but it's the truth, bro. You don't want to go down the path of most people, because again, most people have a downward trajectory. Their life is getting worse as we speak. Like, think about it. What are your friends doing right now? One of them probably just busted a nut a few minutes ago. One of them's probably scrolling on YouTube Shorts, and a few of them probably vape. The majority of people out there aren't people that you want to be more like. And so the biggest thing that I want to get across to you is that if you want to become exceptional, if you want to start improving in life, you can't follow the herd anymore. And what I mean by that is you can't do the same things that other people that you don't want to be like are doing and expect different results. That is insanity, because you need to understand everything that is popular right now, video games, junk food, scrolling, the latest TikTok dance where some girl's shaking ass on the camera, everything popular is wrong. Because if you want to be exceptional, if you want to beat everybody else in things like school and fitness, and if you want to have a better life than everybody else, then you have to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. If you want to be exceptional, you need to be the exception, and you need to do things that other people aren't willing to do. And I am living proof of this, because if I played video games like everybody else, if I scrolled on TikTok for just 1 hour a day when it's more like 4, I would never have become the valedictorian of my class last year. If I did the average normie habits that everybody else is doing, I would never have lost all the weight. In fact, it was because I was doing what everybody else was doing that I was fat, that I was lazy, that I lost my love for life. And you need to start accepting the fact that if you want to have success, you're gonna have to start living unlike everybody else. Because let me just explain this concept to you that literally changed my life, and it's called instant and delayed gratification. So in like brain dead terms, instant pleasure, instant gratification is something that feels good right now, but actually makes your life worse later on. So think about it. When you're scrolling on TikTok, it feels good right now, but it's just horrible for you, and you understand that, right? It's a waste of time, and it's just feeding your mind with garbage. But then there's also this thing called delayed gratification. These are the good habits that are going to improve your life later on. It's like studying, exercise, meditating, hugging your mother, and telling her that you're just grateful for her and all the stuff that she's done for you. And the results that you want are only going to come when you delay the pleasure. And that's common sense, right? You're not going to get successful. You're not going to get fit if you're eating junk food all day. But the thing with most other teens nowadays, which is so interesting, is that they're actually all doing the instant pleasures. Like, just think about the kids in your class right now. Some of them probably vape. Most of them are probably on TikTok every day. And so if you zoom out and just look at the direction of most people's lives, you have such a huge opportunity here, because if you reject the path that most other people are doing, and even if you just do a few good habits and just cut out most of the bad habits, which is not that hard, right? Like, instead of watching short form TikTok all day, if you just watch YouTube like this, you've literally beat most other teens right now. The bar is so low to stand out above these people. And so I'm really just gonna hammer this in, bro. You need to be different. You need to be the exception if you want to be exceptional in life. And this means that you're going to be looked at a little bit weird by the people around you, right? Like, I'll tell you this funny story. It's back about like a year ago when I finally quit YouTube. Before that, I'd literally been watching it like 8 hours a day, before school, after school, even during school. I remember this really vividly. My friend came up to me, and he'd been like a longtime friend of mine. We'd play video games and watch YouTube for hours a day before this. And he just looked at me kind of confused. He was like, wait, what? If you're not watching YouTube, what do you even do nowadays then? Because my friend literally didn't even understand that there was a life outside of just consuming every single hour of the day. For thousands of years before this, nobody had YouTube, nobody had social media, nobody had video games and this instant connectivity that everybody had, and yet people still survived. And so why can't you? Because if you sacrifice these little pixels on a screen and instead start taking in life and grinding while everybody else is distracted, you don't realize how much farther ahead you're gonna be from these people, bro. Because now you're taking the path of what I like to call the enlightened teen. The teen who understands that you're not supposed to just waste your teenage years by constantly consuming, but instead building up your foundations for the rest of your life so that you can beat everybody else. And you don't realize how much of an opportunity you have if you just cut out most of the BS from your life, like video games, junk food, YouTube. Because here's the other really interesting thing. When I cut out all of these addictions, I started attracting people who were also on the same path as me. Because you have to understand, you're only going to attract people who are like you. That's why gamers have video game friends. When I started doing these good habits, when I quit things like video games, porn, junk food, and I started doing the good habits like working out, working out and studying, I attracted people who had similar traits to me. Instead of having these video game friends who fat shame me every single day, I now have this new friend group of people who are actually improving just like me, bro. Let me just give you an analogy. When your parents are on their deathbed, when your mom is on your deathbed, you're gonna regret every single hour that you wasted by doing these habits that aren't even that fun anymore, that you know are ruining your life. And so hopefully by now I've convinced you that it's no longer okay to follow the herd. You're gonna have to create this new life for yourself, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it. If you don't know me, by the way, my name's Atharv, and I help teens struggling with addiction and being fat make a comeback in life just like I did a few years ago. And if you want more content like this where there's somebody who relates to you and is actually improving your life, then go down and subscribe right now so that you get more videos just like this posted to your feed. As always, bro, my name's Atharv. See you soon.